What is going on, Planet CHH and Planet CHH viewers? Today is a fateful day. I had to document this because today I'm sending away, it's bittersweet, okay, but I'm sending away one of my rarest collectibles that I've ever got, one of the most coveted box sets in the history of physical media, the Empire box set. But it's going to a good home, and I'm glad it's going to the one and only good old Christian from Planet CHH. He is the full moon historian, the Charles Band expert, the Empire Films master of ceremonies. Pretty soon, in just a few short days, this Empire box set will be yours. It's autographed. It's number 384 of just 600. Now, over the past year or two or several years that I've owned this box set, I've only seen this thing pop up on eBay 2 times, okay? But I know in my heart of hearts that it's going to a better place, someone who could really, really, truly appreciate this piece right here. Because all jokes aside, this is an amazing set, and it's one of the most rare sets that will probably never be replicated due to the movies that's in it. So I couldn't be happier to send it to one of my best friends, good old Christian from Planet CHH, man. I hope you love and cherish this thing. I know you will. I'm happy it's going to a good home, man. Enjoy. I'm getting ready to pack it up in this Rice Krispies box and send it your way, brother. So I'm going to get this thing packed up, get it shipped off to you, and I know it's going to a loving, caring home. So cheers to you, buddy. I'll see you around. We've had many good times together, many good times to come. Here's a token of my friendship just for you, bud. I'll see you in the next collab, buddy.
Hey guys, what is going on? Thank you, Justin, for that lovely intro. I'm glad you could be a part of this video. Without you, this video wouldn't be possible, quite frankly. Guys, this is no bullshit. This is one of the most rare horror box sets in existence. There's legitimately only 600. No, not 600 originally, and then they printed more. This was a deal Charles Band made with Scream Factory for the most part, with releasing a lot of his titles from the Empire days. And this is what makes this box set so unique, especially for Charles Band. Here it is. It's autographed by the man. This is 384 out of 600. There is incredible artwork on the inside of this we're going to look at, and I'm going to show you guys the titles in here. But why is this box set so unique? Is it because it's limited? No, because it was done legitimately by Charles. And what do I mean by that? Now, we love Charles Band. I've covered some of his shenanigans that he's done, but he's a businessman that does what he has to do to survive. Right or wrong, that's Charles Band. What makes this box set so unique is it was legitimately done legally and the right way. He basically, the way these kind of licenses work, Charles basically had to buy these discs from Scream Factory, and he packaged them himself and made this collector's bundle. The Empire Collection, Pictures Collection, basically cataloging Charles' career in the 80s, for the most part. Now, this is so unique because there's Blu-ray 3D in here. This is Blu-ray, and even one movie was on DVD because the Blu-ray elements or the high-definition elements weren't found at the time. So what we're going to do, guys, is look at this. One of the most rare horror box sets. I'm so happy to have this. This came out in 2017, and it was gone like that. And I wasn't in a position to spend the money to get this at the time. And I've almost eBayed this a number of times because there are a lot of titles in here that have been re-released, but that's not why I want this. I want this because it's a true Empire Pictures catalog box set. So let's take a look at this, guys. Here's the front art of this. Charles Band's Empire Pictures. It's got the same art all the way around. And here's the back. It's got the Blu-ray logo, fullmoondirect.com, where you would have gotten this, even though a lot of these are Scream Factory titles in here. So let's pop the top off on this. And, you know, the Empire days are some of my favorite movies. I love the golden era of Full Moon. But the Empire days are some of the most legendary days of horror. Movies in question would be movies like Reanimator, which is not in this box set, mind you, because Arrow was not going to let Charlie have this. But Reanimator, Ghoulies being the biggest. I think Ghoulies was probably the biggest Empire title, and some people may say, really, Christian? Well, you got to take into consideration when this movie came out, the box office for Ghoulies was a smash success. Ghoulies rocked the box office. It was a phenomenon. Let me take a sip of this Diet Crush. Other titles, some really great titles. So check us out, guys. This is what you're greeted to when you look in this box set. Now let's look at the art. The artwork is amazing because you're going to see that it showcases a lot of the great art that Charlie Band had during the time. As you can see, we've got Robot Jocks over there. We've got Terrorvision right here. Dolls, From Beyond, Ghost Town, one of the most underrated Empire Pictures films. Ghost Town is, in fact, unreleased at this moment in time in America. It had a Scream Factory release. It went out of print. People are hoping if Arrow Video does a volume 2 of the Enter the Video store, it'll show up. But at this moment in time, Ghost Town, a great movie, is out of print, which makes this an interesting box set. That's one side of the art. Here's the other side. We've got Trancers. We've got Prisoners. We've got the Eliminators. We've got Ghoulies right there. But wait, there's more. Look at all this art. Cellar Dweller, Ghoulies 2, Catacombs, another classic Empire title. And on the other side, we've got Arena, All Space, excuse me, and then Dungeon Master, one of the most underrated 80s titles. I love Dungeon Master. Features Wasp in there. And the box set is done very, very nice. This is a gorgeous hard box release. Now, guys, there are some truly classic films in here. What I'd like to do is go through these and talk to you briefly about these and show you guys that these are not Blu-ray Rs. These are, in fact, legitimate discs. This is what I'm talking about. This box set is done the right way, the legitimate right way. That's what makes this so unique for a Charlie Band box set. What a piece of physical media history. So, guys, let's look at this together. The Empire Pictures booklet. Man. Look at that. Ghoulies. Oh, cool. So it's write-ups about all the movies in particular. Classic days. Metal Storm in 3D. I believe Metal Storm is a 3D Blu-ray in here, too. So each page covers each movie. Look at that. And this Ghoulies release is the only Ghoulies release that I think features the kind of artwork that it has, which makes it even more unique. Terrorvision, one of the greatest. Ted Nicolau did that film. Classic 80s horror comedy. One of the best. Terrorvision is such a great movie. I love the theme song. Bump, bump, ba 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 bump, bump. Look at that artwork for Dolls, too. You're gonna wait till you see the Blu-ray art on these. Phenomenal. Prisoners, Ghoulies 2. Just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Cellar Dweller, Ghost Town. Again, Ghost Town is out of print at this moment in time. What a cool little booklet. Absolutely cool. Absolutely cool. Robot Jocks, Crawl Space. So that's our booklet, guys. Really cool. Goes over the titles. Now let's look at each one. And let's see where we're going to start. These are not really any particular order. Let's start right here, guys. Oh, gosh. I can't wait to revisit this. This is an 80s classic, Terrorvision. A great horror comedy. It has such a good cast. A lot of people you would recognize. Diane Franklin, for instance. Now, this is what's so cool about this. Terrorvision comes in a 2-pack. Oh my God, this is so cool. Check this out. Let me fix the artwork. So again, like I told you guys, Charlie basically had to buy a bunch of Scream Factory discs to do this, which makes it limited. The same way Scream Factory had to buy the Warner Brothers remake Friday the 13th Blu-rays for their box set and the Rob Zombie Halloween films. The Blu-ray is the Terrorvision with the Video Dead double pack, so you get the Video Dead with this. How great is that? You get the Video Dead with this. But it's got artwork featuring Terrorvision. Terrorvision's such a good film, but I'll be honest with you, the real gem of this is Video Dead, which I love even more. Video Dead is a classic zombie film with some of the best zombie makeup, honestly. It has great zombie makeup in it. Excuse me, y'all. Next up, oh, look at this, guys. Ghoulies 1 and 2. Look at the artwork on that beauty. Good Lord. Empire Pictures, y'all. Again, Ghoulies, a huge hit. It's funny, Ghoulies 1 is really a witchcraft movie. People need to remember that. Ghoulies 1 is a fantastic film. I think people go to Ghoulies 2 more so because it really is what they think the movie should be, but there's a lot going on in the first Ghoulies. I'm such a fan of the first Ghoulies. Again, there it is, the Scream Factory disc. So this box set was done legitimately in tandem with Scream Factory, which makes it a real box set. Now, this is the interesting one. Metal Storm, guys. Look at this one, Metal Storm. Love all the classic artwork on there. Man, Blu-ray disc. Look at that. The Destruction of Jared Sin. Classic film, not my favorite, but man, there is such a big fan base for this. And here's the other disc, Metal Storm 3D. There it is. I was like, I knew that there was a 3D version of this. So that's a Blu-ray 3D, a legitimate Blu-ray 3D. Scream Factory, too. Legitimate Blu-ray 3D. So there you have it. How cool is that? Next up, classic. I love this film. Jack Death is the star of Trancers. Great film. Tim Thomerson, one of the great middle-age sci-fi action horror guys. This artwork is cool. This is not what you get on the even the Full Moon release. Now, this, in fact, was a movie Charlie, when he sold the Empire catalog to MGM in the 80s, he retained a few titles, Trancers being one of them. Charlie Band directed this film himself, and he was so... When he directed this film... First off, Charlie is a great director. He really is. This is a great movie he did. Charlie directed this film. He was sleepless so much that he was passing out on set directing it. But he retained the rights for this, which is why this is a Full Moon Blu-ray. And one thing I will say is this movie looks fantastic on Blu-ray. So, very, very cool. I love that this release has this specific artwork. Trancers. God bless Trancers. I love that film. Trancers 2 is great. Also features Helen Hunt in both those movies. Love this double pack. Eliminators and Dungeon Master. Dungeon Master being one of the great Empire titles. Such a great movie. There's multiple cuts available on the Empire Enter the Video Store box set from Arrow Video. Now, this one, I don't believe that there's different cuts on here. No, this is just the theatrical version, as far as I'm aware. Eliminator's great sci-fi. Dungeon Master's the real hidden gem, though. I love Dungeon Master. Can't say enough good things about it. What a release this is. So cool. There's a lot of movies. Look at this, guys. Oh, man. Troll. Look at this singular release for Troll. Now, guys, this should have Troll 2 in here because Scream Factory did Troll 1 and Troll 2. So when I open this up, we're going to see that they have it. Now, oh, my God. This actually has the rare disc, the rare release that has the documentary. Full-length feature Troll 2. Oh, never mind. I'm confused. No. So this has Troll 2 with it as well. And there's a separate documentary called The Best Worst Movie Ever Made, which my original Scream Factory double pack has that. This one doesn't. But it just says features full-length movie Troll 2, parentheses, the worst movie ever made. But obviously, Charlie did Troll. Troll 2 is from a different license, but Scream Factory put it out as a double pack, which is why they have both of these in here. Troll, the great film where Harry Potter ripped off, the name got ripped off, so people say. Another out-of-print title from Scream Factory, now Arrow has it, Dolls. Look at that artwork, though. That is fantastic art. Stuart Gordon. A lot of people say they prefer this over From Beyond. I compare the two because I believe Dolls was filmed while they were prepping the sets for From Beyond. And I have to agree, I prefer Dolls. I really do. Again, here's the Scream Factory disc for Dolls. God, what a great... Now, this is... I love the Empire... I keep wanting to call it the Empire of Screams. It's the Enter the Video Store set. But this is the real Empire set right here. This is it. Next up, Klaus Kinski in Crawl Space. This is such a great film. Klaus Kinski, one of the great bizarre actors, directed by David Schmoller. Kinski famously pulled a knife on David in this film, behind the scenes, where Charlie had to break up the fight. Famous fight in horror movie history. And in the same day, they were hugging and kissing by the end of the day, sharing beers together. But that was Kinski for you. He was a nut job. There's the Scream Factory disc. Now Kino Lorber has this title. I recommend it. I did a review of this. Please look it up. Crawl Space, one of the great Kinski films. Cellar Dweller and Catacombs, guys. Classic titles right here. Cellar Dweller famously has John Buechler directing it. Great little creature effects. I shouldn't say little, monstrous creature effects. The Cellar Dweller is in the movie quite a bit. You'll also see a little bit of Jeffrey Combs in here. Written by Don Mancini as well, the creator of Child's Play. And Catacombs, directed by David Schmoller, another classic film. Catacombs is great, but Cellar Dweller is such a great title. Again, this was the Scream Factory double pack. And I miss it when Scream Factory's doing those two-for-one double packs. They don't do these anymore. I wish they would bring them back. Because they were great little releases. They really were. From Beyond, ladies and gentlemen. Miskatonic You. Stuart Gordon directed. Brian Usna produced. Absolutely classic film. Barbara Crampton looking fine as hell in this movie. All the special features are on this, of course, because this is you named it, the Scream Factory release. Look at that. I wish Charlie would do something like this again, but a lot of these titles are out of print from Scream Factory. They don't have the license anymore, so they couldn't. Here we go. Prison, another classic. I guarantee you that if Arrow does a volume 2 of the Enter the Video Store, Prison will be in it. Rennie Harlan directed, famously has Kane Hodder as a zombie coming out of the ground with worms in his mouth. Effects done by the great John Buechler. Written by Irwin Yablans and produced by Irwin Yablans. Great film. Viggo Mortensen is in this. And again, the Scream Factory Blu-ray. It's a pretty cool deal that Charlie did this. So the reason these are limited is because Charlie had to buy these discs themselves. Now, he made a profit selling these box sets, obviously, but that's why they were limited, and he could never do it again. But he did this right. Legal and right, and that's what makes it so unique. Robot Jock's another classic. Now, this, I believe, stayed under the... No, maybe this was Scream Factory. Let's see. It was. Wow, this was not licensed very long from Scream Factory. Robot Jocks. This was not licensed long from Scream Factory whatsoever, because this is out of print, too. Great movie. Sci-fi movie directed by Stuart Gordon. This is different for Stuart, too. This feels out of his wheelhouse, to be honest with you. Here it is. One of the most infamous out-of-print movies, Ghost Town. Absolute classic film. Great movie. Great horror western. Just a great movie. Wow. There it is. Wow, what a rare gem that is. How cool is that? And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a DVD in a Blu-ray case because Charlie wanted to keep... Peter Manoogian directed The Great Arena. Extremely entertaining. The problem with this is, like I said, they didn't have the elements to do this yet. So I believe Charlie... What kind of release is this? Okay, so this is a Shout Factory DVD, full-frame DVD release. It's actually got 4 sci-fi movies on here. Maybe the other 2 were on the... there was a separate disc with the other 2, but as you can see, they have Eliminators and Arena on here. So they don't look good, but very cool that it was included. So what a comprehensive set. I mean, so cool. This is a piece of horror movie history. Some people maybe be like, well, you could just buy a lot of those separate releases now and get the other ones from the Arrow video store box set. That's true, but this was out of character for Charlie to do something like this because he really had to spend money and resources to make this happen. And it's just out of character for him to do something like this. And I remember when it came out, it was just such a big deal to me. And just look how beautiful this is. And I would bug Justin about this all the time. I was nice to him, but I would always be like, I really want that. When you gonna hook me up with it? And I finally wore him down, basically. So God bless you, Justin. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for making a Charlie Band fan's dream come true, guys. So I never thought I would have this. The coveted, out of 600, Empire Pictures Charlie Band complete Blu-ray box set. A piece of horror movie history right here. Only 600. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless Justin. I'll link his channel down below. Good guy. Thank you, Justin. Thank you a million times over. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.